Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at a controller. Well, this is another non-working PS5 controller I got, and the folks over at K-Silver sent me their new joysticks. So this is the 30 to 80 GF adjustable TMR joysticks by K-Silver. I'll leave a link to it down below if you want to buy it from Amazon, AliExpress, wherever. Essentially, I believe the thumbstick caps, when you put them in, they rotate, so you'll be able to like adjust it to the force you want. So like I said, it's 30 to 80 GF. I guess that means like tension when you're using it or pressing down. You know, usual stuff: power efficiency, reduce drift, enhance precision, eliminate jitter and input lag, and performance stability. And this is what I'm talking about. So like when you put it on, there's certain controllers that come with them by default, that you can twist them to adjust the height, so that adjusts your force. Of course, as always, this is the PS5 version, which you see in blue, but it comes for the, I believe, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, PS4. I don't know if there's a Switch version, but if there is, you'll be able to get it in the link down below. So as always, we'll take this controller apart, we'll test, kind of got some gross stuff going on over there. We'll check the readings, we'll install these bad boys, calibrate it, see what the new drift is, and we'll yeah, go from there. So in the box, if you need instructions, you can scan the QR code, but it's like every other TMR joystick, right? You'll use hot air or your iron, take it off, slap new ones on, calibrate it using the PS5 app. I'll leave a link to the website, then you'll be good to go. So I guess before we do anything crazy, we should head on over to the computer. Go to, I'm just going to use Gamepad Tester, and we'll press in the middle. And let's see our circularity. So something's up with the left one. As you see, it's like kind of jittery. And on the left we have 17.7, and on the right we have, yeah, so we got like 18 and rising on the left, 16 and rising on the right. So yeah, we'll take it apart. Do all the fun stuff, and we'll swap them out. So let's get started. So I don't want to go too crazy boring you guys taking it apart, but in case if you need a reminder, you take off this, you take off this, you take off this, and there are 2 screws here, 2 screws here, there are 2 clips here. You clip off the bottom, there's 1 more screw, and everything kind of comes loose. So what I mean by taking here off, I use a plastic spudger. I just kind of stick it in, and you pop it out. And when you do, you'll see there's a Phillips screw there. So you gotta do the same for this side. As you see, I took off the other side. You should probably like hold it when you take it off, or else it'll go flying. And there's our 2nd screw. Now we gotta do the same for the bottom. So I like to like stick my spudger in here, and you can kind of peel it off all the way around. And there's 1 screw there and 1 screw there. So you take off 1, 2, 3, 4, hit these 2 clips, and the whole thing will lift off. So when you lift the back off, under the battery, there's going to be 1 more screw there, right? You got to take this off for the motherboard to come out, but you also have to remove the battery, remove the flex cables for the thumbsticks. So 1 here, 1 here. Remove this flex cable, that flex cable for the microphones, and there's going to be 4 wires. You need to remove those 4 wires. So I find the easiest way to remove the motherboard, and once you remove that, and remember there's 1 more ribbon cable hidden under everything, I just push up. So from the thumbsticks, I'll just push up, and the whole thing comes out. And we can put this aside because we're taking a look at this. So here we go. I'll take these off. We don't even need these anymore. Sometimes you need to keep them. So these are original thumbsticks. I'll also take off these rubber grommets because they sometimes tend to melt, and yeah, put them back when we're done. So here's the controller. So we need to remove this one and this one using these points. What I like to do is I like to tin them with leaded solder. Heat it here, so I'll heat it, and I jiggle it off. So I use this, the Hakko Omnivice, right? And I'll just kind of put it like that. This is a AliExpress or Amazon variant. I can also leave a link to that. You can kind of like dual action it. All right, there you go. And what I'm talking about is we need to remove this and this, so you know, tin it up, heat it, wiggle it off. I'll clean it with wick, put a new one on, tack it down, and we'll do that. So I'll do it in time lapse maybe. So I'm just gonna use this cheap mechanic flux, and like we said, I just kind of apply flux all around. Tin it with some leaded solder. I mean, you could take it off lead free, but you know, you'll save yourself some degrees of heat, I find, if you tin it. So just hitting it with some solder. I'm only going to do one side in the video, but I do pretty much the same thing. I have my little needle nose pliers. As you see, that's the thumbstick I'm holding it by. I'll heat it here at like 420, 30 air. Wiggle it off, clean it up, put the new one back on. Alright, so now that we have both sides removed, we're gonna install these bad boys. So let's see what they look like inside. So the PS5 ones are always blue, and this is what I'm talking about. So like, if you look at this stick, I'm not gonna install it. Ooh, I'm not gonna install it yet, the thumb cap on it, because I believe once you do, it's a one-time and done. This is what it looks like, and yeah, so the thumb cap, as you see, it's kind of hard to focus on it, but let's see if I can get it. Oh, there we go. It's gonna click into place, so when you rotate it, so once you put this on, you can't take it off, but it looks pretty similar to the, no, it doesn't actually. It has a bit more of a pronounced texture around it, but the middle is a little smaller, so yeah. That's how they look. Essentially, you've seen me do this before. You just gotta line it up, so if we do this side, I'll flip it over real quick. You'll see that the holes are, they go in a specific way, right? So you just gotta match it up. So 3, 3, and 4, so it's, this side's gonna go on like so, and it just, no real pressure, right? Just sits there. Once it sits there, what I like to do is I like to tack one side at a time. So I'll just hold it like this, push my finger up on it to keep it flat all the way around. And I'll just tack 2 corners. Then I'll apply some flux, so like that corner and that corner. And once I feel that it's solid, I'll apply some flux around, tack the rest in, and we're basically good to go. So I'll do this one and then do the other one off camera. Alright, so we got both sides installed, so there you go. That's how they look installed. So pretty much the same. The only difference is these joysticks are a little longer. So what I'm talking about is if we take one side, like I showed, right in there, it clearly clips on. So if we put this in there, you're gonna have to bear with me. I've also never done this before. Okay, so the caps, they snap into place. So this is how it looks installed. I installed this one side just to see how it works, but if I can get it in focus, basically you line it up and then you gotta put some force and you'll hear it click. And once it clicks, if you press it again, that's it, it's installed. And what they mean by the 30 to 80 GF, you can rotate this. So as you see, rotates down and it'll stop at a position where that's it, and you can rotate it back up. So as you see, they're kind of two different heights, so anywhere between 30 and 80. So rotate down, right, I'm assuming this is 80, and then you rotate to the right, this will bring you back to 30. So it's about the height adjustment for tension. But yeah, that's it installed. We'll put it back in the controller and we'll calibrate it. All right, so I got it put back together as much as I need. Batteries in. So if I did everything correctly, when I plug this in, I should get the joysticks to at least function. And that's how I'll know if everything went as planned. So obviously things are going to be off from the get-go. So we get a 12.13, a little over 13, and a 14, but that's fine because we need to calibrate it. So if we head on over to DualShock-tools.github.io, I'll leave a link to everything down below. You can use this to calibrate your stick. So we'll do the calibrate stick center, and we'll just follow this. So step 1, top left. Step 2, top right. Step 3, bottom left. Step 4, bottom right. Continue. Done. We'll save these for now. And I want to see what they look like, so we'll go back here. And if we check, so they're not jittering any. This one's kind of jittering a tad bit. But if we check, okay, we're still at 13.1 because I didn't do the stick centers yet. But as you see, like, you know, it's a bit more rounded. And then I haven't done this in a while. I think if we do calibrate stick range, it'll tell us what we need to do. So we can just 2 times in one direction and 2 times in another. And if we hit done, we'll save these. You can also fine tune. I don't ever usually do it, but you can definitely bring your circularity a lot better if you choose to do that. So as you see, we get 6.0. So we're getting about 6 on each side. The circularity looks pretty good. This one's still kind of, there we go, never mind. So yeah, we get 6.0 on one side and 6.5 on the other. Like I said, you can keep going to get it even better, but I think that's fine for me. So I'm gonna put it back together and we'll come on right back. Here we are with the controller put back all together. If you look on the screen, I kind of calibrated it a little bit more. Nothing crazy. We got 6.3 on the right, 6.5 on the left. On gamepad tester, 6.1 and 6.3, so around 6. What we're really looking for is the circularity to not, I believe it's to not be red. Blue is better, the purple is fine, the red is kind of crazy. It's more or less uniform. There's a little bit outliers here and here, like on the 4 corners. You can kind of use the fine tune and bring it in, but nothing too crazy. As I said, with this one, the main feature is the thumbstick, so we can bring it up or put it down, and you can see this one's higher than that one. So to fine-tune your gaming capabilities and be more precise. So yeah, that was the installation and calibration of the K-Silver TMR joysticks. If you want to buy your own, you can leave a link down below. You can use the link down below. If you have any questions, you can always leave them. I'll do my best to answer. Like, comment, subscribe, that's always useful. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.